Dancing into your life. Smooth as silk. Look at her go. It's B-Phlat in Philadelphia. I'm Chris Denman in St. Louis. It's Tighten Up Tuesday, and you're here. We've got a dancer this evening in the studio. That's not Key. That's not Andy. You'll meet the dancer later. We'll see how well she does. B-Phlat in the house on a Tuesday.
Oh, starting over, man.
Oh, starting over. Deja's dancing. She can't hear the music. She's still on beat somehow. It's going well. I couldn't do that if my life depended on it. Wow. This is inspiring. It's the comedy and DIY show your grandparents warned you about. It's time to party. It's going to be a tight show tonight. Andy's training Deja. Should be a nice evening. B's keeping it tight. What do you got, B? Is that the cat? Is it back?
Yeah, I was just in the back. Oh, thank you, Andy. I was just in the back scatting the cats because they're in heat, so they back there making them crazy ass noises.
Make your
out of here.
Make your best cat noise.
They're like, wow.
They really lean into it. They go,
yeah.
Like they're slightly in pain.
I just closed the back door. I just told Andy, I said, let me close my damn back door. I done went out there twice. Getting me 3 cats from back there. And
are they all tied up? Is it like a group thing?
They're actually like looking at each other.
Yeah, I bet they're looking.
The back door, they all stop and they looking at me.
They're like, you jumping in on this? Or are you just holding the tail?
And then they all run away. I got something for them cats, cuz.
They got something for you. They're gonna.
They're knocking over
They're
my
gonna hit
flower.
you with that musk.
They think they slick because they know I don't like them. So now they knocking over. Every morning I come out, my flowers are dumped from the ledge on top where they sit into the front yard.
From their cat orgy.
The cats, 3 of them sit on the ledge. So I got something for them now. I already ordered it on Amazon. Anyway, moving on. Let's get 96 popping.
Episode 96. Here we are.
Last week it was 95.5. Deezy Day.
Oh, boy.
We're moving forward on 96. We are 4 episodes away from the 100th. I can't believe it, Chris. How long we been talking about this and we still talking about it? It'll be here before we know it. And I'm excited. I am. So before I jump into all the excitement.
Question. So you get the big celebration coming up in St. Louis. You're going to talk a lot about that. Are you taking a week off afterwards? What does episode 100 in between 101 look like?
So the plan is, since it is the next day, is to have everybody upload photos and like their good time and just kind of show a montage.
Like a little review? That's fun.
A little review of what we're doing, because there's no way I'm going to be able to do Tighten Up Tuesday. I'm leaving Monday at like 7 p.m. just so I can make sure everything is back to who gave it to us and just, and there's no way I'm going to be able to pull a Tighten Up Tuesday together. I could do a live, a live and just talk about the show. It'd just be me. We talk.
You could.
Know what I'm saying?
You could just do like a recap. Yeah.
It depends on if I have a voice, Chris, because I'm going to be kicking it from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I leave Monday. If I have a voice and I got a host, you gave me great news today. So, it's just a lot of stuff going on. There you have it.
It's going to be a good time. You've already got you already got a busy group in the chat. I don't want to hold you up. It's going to be a tight show. What do you got?
Well, before I even move forward in my show, I always got to show love to Daphne and Lauren. Keep it pushing with the people that keep me pushing. One that keeps me grooving. And one that keeps me sane with all this crazy writing that I always have to do. Always writing something. I actually just sent out our little Picasso Kickback Countdown newsletter. It's like a weekly update of what's going on, what you need to do, how you need to be prepared. So that just went out to everybody that's registered. So check your email. Let me throw that out there. It's in a constant contact. So it may have went to some people like spam and stuff like that because I just added some people to my email thing. But anyway,
All right.
going out. We got a lot going on.
Rock and roll.
First thing, I love to say this, Chris. I don't even know how to say it. This episode is sponsored by Mighty Kind Seltzer, botanical seltzers, and infused CBD drinks. So I was great on my meeting. I just have to say that with Key and Josh, we pulled it together to make all this happen for us. So I am honored to say that this is going to be running for 6 months, and then who knows what will happen after that. But it's like a 6-month trial. And we know how we do with trials because look at this show. It was supposed to be 8 weeks, and look where we are.
Did you do a trial on the whoever made that graphic for you?
Look, that was Mighty Kind sent that logo over.
Mighty Kind. Well, they need Mighty Kind do a spell check.
I sent that from why they need to do a spell check.
Do you shipping to all states?
Oh no, I thought you were talking about their logo.
No, the logo's great. I would never bash the logo. I thought you made the flyer and it says now shipping to all states.
I spelled that wrong, Chris. Look, I do that.
I figured I wouldn't trash Mighty Kind. Just you.
Oh, I thought you could trash me because
I'm giving you trouble. It's like, I have big news about Supper Fan.
Oh, well, give me that after I let everybody know they get 15% off every time they order. And please do, because those proceeds go to me, Quincy, and Key. That's how I got it set up. So definitely order. And like I said, they have the Cheers, which is their regular botanical.
What is it? Can you tell people what it is?
Seltzer waters. And they're infused botanical seltzer waters. And CBD infused. So you can order the regular Cheers. And the other ones have CBD or THC. But I do encourage people to go on the website and look at all their different types of seltzer waters that they have. And they have some very interesting names and Passion Kush and things like that. Purple Lavender. I like the names. They're very psychedelic. Let me say that. I like the name. So look, whenever you going to go to Mighty Kind, make sure you put in the Picasso. Just put in Picasso and you'll get 15% off all your purchases up for 6 months. So shout out to Josh at Mighty Kind for sponsoring us and definitely hooking us up at the festival.
That's very cool.
I will definitely change that because I'm going to be posting this every week. Now, shipping to all states.
Hey, you do that, you make fun of that. Everybody's going to remember that first read, though, aren't they? Yep. Yeah,
now shipping to all states.
That's right.
Shipping and supper can go together. We're inventing our own language. My next, of course, I got to give a next shout out. These episodes are sponsored, and there'll be different episodes. But Mighty Kind will be up each week, and these will be running until the end. Well, till we get to St. Louis. So, of course, I got to give a shout out to Carla Palmer at Elevate the Goods for her inspirational lifestyle brand that's all about you. It's branded definitely for you. Shout out to Forvis. CPA accounting firm. Shout out Tina Gibson coming in for Kansas City repping. They gave us a lot of stuff for our swag bags. Definitely giving a shout out to Said Power at Barcode providing our lunches at the festival, which I definitely appreciate. My man Welch Welch with his exquisite catering experience. I'm ready for the Welch One experience, which we will be having in 3 separate occasions. So thanks, Hewlin, for all your shout out. And of course, I got to give a shout out to Andy and Sherri at Crown Candy Kitchen. They've always shown the Ross family. That's my family love, and I definitely appreciate them. Sponsoring us and giving us taffies to give out in our swag bags. So, and I'm gonna go
look them up. Some very famous people when they come through St. Louis go to Crown Candy Kitchen. Yeah. They've got the BLT that's, it's half a pig basically on a sandwich.
You got to go to Crown Candy. And I told Andy I was going to tell people it's a great day to go on Saturday. They're not open on Sunday. But Sunday, if you're there late, you can even go on Monday. You know, if you have a late flight, you should definitely check out. It's probably like a $15 Uber ride, maybe.
Be sure
But
to
it's worth it. Yeah, they're the St. Louis oldest soda fountain type kitchen. You have to go there for that old school experience. You get
be
that
sure to order fries as your side and wink at Andy. Say, I'll have the fries as a side. Make sure you do that.
Chris, they don't have fries. Why are we tripping?
Because we want to get Andy fired up.
Oh yeah, you don't get Andy fired up about no damn French fries. They only serve chips and cold sandwiches. They do have a chili mac.
The BLT. They got the BLT.
Yeah, they do have that, but for the most part, they don't be making like burgers and.
No, it's a great spot. Always busy, great service, wonderful business.
You can go in there for the great shakes.
Yeah.
Yes. I love them. And the banana splits. All of that shit is all that. And the taffy. Let me shut up. I'm having, that's the weed talking. I must be having the munchies. That's what that is. So
I welcome that. Let's turn this into a food review show.
Our sponsors, people sponsored this episode, and Carla and Tina, they're actually coming in for the festival. Carla is vending. Tina's coming in from Kansas City just to rep, and I appreciate everything that she's doing. So we're having a good time, Chris. I'm already having a good time in my head. I'm pulling it together. How
Beautiful.
I want to look, what I want to wear, how I want to just present everything in terms of, the Picasso experience. So next, let me keep it pushing. Let me go ahead and show our Zoom meeting photo. I was, and we had Carla and Missy Cage on live from Atlanta, down there in the corner, there in the car together. But yeah, shout out to everybody that was on. Yvette, Delilah, Maddie. All these people are coming, so it's so great. Sharisa, Cicely, Tanya, Allison, they're all coming in, and it's going to be so fun.
During the pandemic, there were all these TV shows that got together on Zoom. This looks like the damn cast of a TV show. Everybody looks great.
We had to practice that like 3 times.
Well, you did well. Everybody looks very nice.
Like, everybody smile. Again, cheese. Y'all ready? People shaking this shit. Yeah, we ready. So, yes, I'm excited. And the funny thing is, it's only 2 people in there that I haven't met before. Now that I think about it. Yeah. Tanya,
by God, you'll fix it.
Yeah, Sharisa and Missy Cage, but everybody else I know and I have met in person and live. So shout out to them. We had a great meeting. We're always bringing things together in the little kinks, and I love that we work it out. We have 1 meeting left, Chris, September 3rd. It's on a Sunday. We're not having no meeting on the 6th because everybody will be packing and landing in St. Louis. It's funny how half of us are coming in on Thursday and the other half on Friday. So
y'all are taking over the world.
What? I already got it set up for us to go somewhere and kick it on Thursday night. And we got a ride. Sure do. I was like, oh yeah, we good if people want to go. So anyway, of course, I have to show our challenge and keep that pushing. We're 4 weeks away and we are doing well. Although we can always be doing better. So I just always remind people, if you know somebody, tell 10 people to donate $10. Or if you want to be big willy-nilly and you got $100 and you want to see your name up in that top part of the list, go and donate $100 because we're really trying to get all the money that we need to cover all of our little expenses that are adding up to a lot. And again, shout out to all our sponsors that have given us so much free stuff and in-kind services. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to be in St. Louis because we wouldn't be able to afford half the stuff that we've been given. So, in response to that, I feel like we, as Picassos especially, need to show our support by definitely donating and supporting the other Picassos that are getting there, that, coming in and doing what we're doing. Get your money out. CashApp your $10. Tell somebody. If you ain't even got it, get on your phone, text somebody and be like, CashApp the Picassos, $10. We're trying to get that 1,000 people. because our list is not looking like movie credits. It's inching along, just like this podcast and our sponsorship from Mighty Kind. Inching along. I'm trying to get that at least 100 names on that list. We got 3 weeks left after this week. Show your love, show your support. Definitely CashApp us. And on that note, Chris, before I get up and do my CashApp dance, I just want to show one quick video in support of what we're doing. And then, I got to show love to my CashApp battle people.
Love it.
Are you?
And you know what? I just want to say congratulations, B-Phlat. I got to give a shout out to my girl B-Phlat. She's so talented, y'all. And you know what? She is celebrating her 100th, not 50th, not 69th, not even 99th, but her 100th episode of Tighten Up Tuesdaze podcast. So listen, girl, you go ahead, you have fun in St. Louis, do your thing at the Picasso. Kick back. Oh, love ya.
And so if people didn't get to hear the first part of that video, that's my friend Trisha. Most people probably saw her in the series, The Family Business. So she gave a nice shout out for us. And it's going to be funny because now Sonia, my friend Sonia Sohn, everybody knows her from The Wire and The Shy and Slam and every damn thing else. And Trent, what's that series, Chris, that comes on? It's like I think it's on Netflix. Trent something. It's like a cop show. Somebody in the comments gonna say it.
Somebody will.
Anyway,
yeah.
She talking about, oh, bitch, I'm getting a ticket. Yesterday, she's like, I'm getting a ticket, bitch. I'm getting a ticket. I think I'm gonna come in. Because she came in 2003 for asthma camp that I did. So
to St. Louis. Yeah.
Yeah, to St. Louis. So now Trisha talking about she might slide down. She's in Vegas. I mean, in Los Angeles. She's from Chicago, but she's like, I might be on visiting, but I might slide through. So if her and Sonia come, and they both look like twins, this is going to be funny. And Sonia was like, can one of your sponsors buy me a ticket? I was like, no, bitch. Ain't nobody buy a ticket all the money.
We got Phyllis Smith says it's Will Trent and Missy Shue. Will Trent on ABC.
Yeah, Will Trent. Oh, see, that goes to show you how I don't watch the shit. And Sonya always like, you don't never watch my show. I ain't got time to be shit.
That was not. Did she give you like a discount on the cameo, or how'd you get that video?
Wait a minute, say that again.
So did your friend hook you up with like a discount on that cameo for the video for today, or? You
funny for that. You funny, Chris. Why would I need a discount? Why does she need a discount?
I mean, I'd pay full price, but I just figured she hooked you up.
How about it was free? How about it's just love? You be thinking about, I'm talking about money all the time and getting, Chris, people do things out of the kindness of their heart, just like you.
Boy, do they.
Yeah.
Boy, do they. Well, they seem very lovely, and if they come here, they're going to get mobbed. So let's.
Of course, but they don't care because
they're of the people.
Yes, and they know when they hanging with me, it's not going to be no drama. We don't have no drama. So, oh shit, somebody trying to be at the top. I got to give a shout out to Joanne Austin. She already at the top of the list. I'm giving her a shout out because she just donated another $100.
Wow, that's so nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm getting up. I can't do the splits. I pulled my muscle on stage Saturday.
Jesus, that means you could get like 2 more like decent celebrity cameo videos with that $100.
I got like 8 more to release, and I'm still waiting on like 4 more.
Big investment.
Yes, you don't know what I got to do to get these videos. So on that note, first I got to give some love to my first dance. Always goes out to Sherri, Kelly, Phyllis Smith, Lavette Bostic, Verna Hendricks, Miguel Goico, all of those people that cash at me like starting tomorrow and over the weekend. They're in the battle. And Phyllis is winning. I have to give a shout out to Phyllis, and Lavette is right behind her.
Very nice.
I understand what Miguel is because he's going through something, and we got our prayers going up for him. Mm-hmm. So he's not donating as much as he can. but we're donating our love to him because, you know, I got something for him. I got a painting for him. So I'm about to do a dance for them, and then I'm going to get everybody else on the next round because they love, Verna and Ruth Harrison. They be like, girl, you definitely got to do the cat scat and the hot spot. Hit it, Andy. I'm sorry. Hit it, Deja.
We got Andy with Deja behind. Oh, Deja, you don't have to dance.
I did a whole show. I did it like this.
Everybody know that Deja's dancing also.
I did a whole show. Chris, I had to hit him like
You're welcome to. I would say you don't have to. Look at her go. Wow. Deja, you are not allowed to do the hot spot in studio. I'll say that right now. Look at B go. Everybody's looking out for Miguel, throwing love to Miguel. We appreciate Miguel and hope everything
I feel like
goes well. And look at B-Phlat dancing into all of our hearts. If you want to keep it moving, $ B-Phlat to CashApp. Thank you to everybody for CashApping. Because you know B's putting it to good use. This woman is a force, and she's here to support you.
I feel like auntie. That's the old auntie dance. I'm nasty. That's the old nasty auntie dance.
I like an old nasty auntie. Nothing wrong with that. Let them party. Let them have a good time.
I don't like I'm an old nasty auntie. I had to learn how to control myself. It depends on what family functions you're at where you can do that. You can't do it.
I was thinking like an old ass nasty auntie would have like they were the tussie. that you're not in that age bracket.
No, and then Chris, you know they had a tussie on and they still be having the hair under their arm.
Hey.
So it'd be balled up. Rolled up and balled up.
Let me see your tussie roll. At the reception.
All right, let me go ahead and show my 2 flash rags. And I'm going to have to put another reminder out. You know, I love that John got these out. Shout out to Tina Gibson. Rocking her new soft flash rags. And the next one I have to shout out to Irina. She got 4 packs. She ready because she's bringing them to St. Louis to give to people. And look, I got to get mine. I got to definitely get the black one. Everybody is ranting and raving about the new. And it looks soft. Look at that, Chris. Look like velvet. You see the dimensions and the different shadows and the layers in the black. That's how you know it's soft. Oh, that almost looked like Phly robe she had on in the Zoom. We thought she had a mink on. We was like, damn, Phly, what you wrapped up in? We was like, wait a minute.
This isn't a direct quote, but I believe Irina said that the flash rag has healing powers as she's helping other people.
Oh, the flash, it does. Because once you pay to get that sweat off you, you feel like, thank you, Jesus. Amen.
Won't he do it?
Won't he do it? Yeah, so shout out to Irina and Tina for getting the new flash rags, and everybody else that's hitting me up. I'm waiting on more photos because people are feeling the black. And I like that. They love the black one. And I should have had a black one. As much makeup as I get on these flash rags, then they end up becoming house dish rags because I can't get the makeup out. Like on the stage, they'd be looking crazy. And I was like, damn, I'm fucking up the flash rag. So now I'll take the black one and you won't even be able to notice.
They'll never come back.
I need to go ahead and order my pack and remind John to get the new picture up. I know he's super busy. But everybody keeps emailing me talking about when the new picture gonna be up.
Which picture?
Of the new black flash rag pack. So on the website, it still shows the pink, the yellow, and the red.
Yeah, just shoot him a reminder. He just had a kid. He's
I know he's so busy, and he's a new dad, and all that great stuff. So, all right, let me get through my flash real quick.
While you're getting through the flash, we'll say hi to some people. Ms. Michelle, MM, Heaven Sent, Joy Harrison, Laura Hurst, Fab 540, Quincy Charles, the Mayor, Veronica, all kinds of folks in the chat having a good time. Makisha, I'm having some trouble scrolling.
Oh shit, they doing it.
Antonia, love Antonia, Petunia,
That.
Solange, Cicely
Oh,
Trice, Abby Thurlow, Danielle Murray, Kiana
there's a lot
Maria,
of love. A
Irina.
lot of in the comments.
What's that?
It's a lot of love in the comments, and I just
Oh,
love
always.
the views are growing, and I'm looking at the average of the people that watch this throughout the week, and I'm glad that they're telling people, and it's just growing, and it's exhilarating, kind of like this hot flash and this spray that I'm using that Carla gave me. I love it. It's orange blossoms. It's from the Elevate the Good. Look.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I was like, who's Carla? Oh, wait, Carla. That's great.
Yes, I have one down here in my little refrigerator and then one upstairs in the big refrigerator. And I'm always squirting. As soon as I have a flash, it just makes it smells good. And then it just makes me feel refreshed. I like it. It's like a great rose water, all natural. So, anyway.
Tanya, Pack 93, Tina FG, all saying, hey, Soror, we love you, B, and lots of love. Missy Shoe.
I cannot ooh. It was so funny. Me and Kim was trying to ooh. She still got it. I don't. I sound like Froggy. So I just throw it up. I cannot ooh. It sounds horrible.
Oh, your voice sounds too froggy to properly ooh.
Yeah, it's like ooh.
Just gotta break it down.
Down there on the low register. It's not. I can't hit it.
I was like, who's Froggy? Is that a comic?
From Little Rascals.
Gotcha.
And you know how he used to dog and he used to make fun of Froggy. Yeah, like exactly.
Not Kermit.
No, Froggy on the Little Rascals. He had the Alfalfa's little friend with the little glass.
Yeah. He was dating Miss Piggy.
Whatever, Chris. I ain't talking to your ass. I got a lot of CashApp dances to do. And look, we in the battle. Phyllis, Michelle, and Joanne, they in the battle. They all three of them donated $100 each.
Wow.
To what we're doing, and I definitely appreciate that. Oh, I feel like I should give out kisses through the screen. I can't. Smooches. I don't even know how to do that. I wish some kisses could go up the screen.
Kiss you through the phone?
Yeah. Or no, kiss you through the screen.
Wasn't that a song? Kiss you through the phone?
Oh, that was. I think it was by what was his name? Little skinny dude with the long hair, Lloyd. I think that's who sang that. Kiss me.
You'll get corrected here in a second. That's a nice.
I will.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go ahead and jump into my DYK, and then I'll do I gotta read that. I'm reading my flip list, and I'm finishing out Kim's flip. And I was like, damn, I realized it took 5 segments only because it was 3 rooms. I have to keep that in mind when I, think about her flip. So
whenever this becomes a TV show, whoever's the editor, they're going to earn their keep.
Yes, they are. You already know that. I thought I saw something flying around here. I'll be playing around no flying shit. I was about to slap something to death. Where my fly swat? Just in case. Chris, I thought I saw like a little gnat. I don't like stuff flying around me. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. Oh, all right. So let me go ahead and read my DYK. And Chris, just a reminder, remember I mentioned to you I would like for you to send me that DYK again about the gentleman from St. Louis, if you have it.
I thought maybe we'd feature the gentleman who invented the folding chair. I think we've featured him on here before.
Right photo.
What?
I featured him before.
We featured him before, and then now he's famous again.
But it wasn't for a folding chair. I had to correct that in the group chat. I was like, hell no. I've seen him before. I know who he is.
Yeah.
I think it's Samson from looking. I'm pretty good with my memory. And I was like, and it wasn't for no damn folding chair. So that's the stuff I always have to double check. That's why I need what do they call it? Not the historian, but the archivist, the person that actually does the work.
Sure.
Get your way.
Did you see the focus that just came on the screen?
All right, let me go ahead and do.
Oh,
let me go ahead and do my DYK, and it's dedicated to Ralph Bunche, the first African American Nobel Prize winner in 1950. So I'm dedicating this to peace. This week is dedicated to peace. We need that. Oh, everybody brawling this shit down in Alabama. So I figure I'm going to try to balance some shit out with peace. So let me just read this real quick, and it's courtesy of Dr. Kim with this lovely I Too Sing America book. I'm reading directly from the book. 1904, Ralph Johnson Bunch is born in Detroit, Michigan. A political and a social scientist, he will achieve fame as the first African-American Nobel Prize winner in 1950 for his role as a UN mediator for the armistice agreements between Israel and his Arab neighbors in the Middle East wars of 1948, for which he will also be awarded the Spingarn Medal 1949. So shout out to Ralph Johnson Bunch, first Nobel Prize winner, African American Nobel Prize winner. Go ahead on there, slick brother. You know.
As another shout out, another great DYK. I will humbly announce it's the 96th episode in a row that no white people on the DYK. 96th episode. I keep every time. I'm wondering tonight. Is it gonna be the night?
I might feature the white woman that helped Jack Johnson break out of jail, and she'd be the first white woman that gave her brother the money to invent the tools to get out of jail.
That'd be a worthy crossover.
If you find me the white person that gave up their seat to Rosa Parks and said you can sit right here, I'ma stand up. I'll feature them on the show.
I think it was Forrest Gump.
Well, whoever the hell it was, I'll put them on the show. And they can be the first white person that did something nice for like the first black person that did something. See what I'm saying? There you go. Because the black people did have to have help. Jack Johnson was in jail. He ain't had no money. He needed help. So the white women sent him that money.
The boxer? Talking about the boxer?
Exactly. That's how he was able to invent the wrench and screwdrivers and different, like 42 patents on tools so he could break out. So, yeah, she need to be featured. But you know they had to keep her name. You know she ain't want nobody to know who she is. We don't know who that is. She remains anonymous. Oh, Chris, you know she can't go down in history as sending Western Unions to Jack Johnson. Oh, hell no. Not in no 1920. She already wasn't supposed to be walking around with him. So we'll never know who she is. But if you find out, Chris, then I will feature the first white person on here. Yeah. If you find me the first white person that let Harriet Tubman come stay at their house and gave her a piece of bread and some new shoes, hell yeah. Any of their ancestors, if you find their name in the history books, I'll look it up and I will say, our DYK is dedicated to Karen, the first white woman that let Harriet Tubman stay in her underground basement and gave her a new pair of Nikes so she can get back and forth and some pumpernickel. All right, I'm moving on.
Steve Kerr's great-great-grandpa.
I am doing this right now. I'm reading through this before I even get into Dr. Kim's flip because I do want to show people 2 videos. They're short. And just to read 3 photos, the before, the middle, and the after. But before I do any of that, I'm reading what we flipped right now because I want to get through it. It was 41 things. And it was worth going over budget by $241, which is normally a person's flip money. Kim went over budget, and that's somebody's flip money. Okay, so let me just go down this really quick. Number 1, we use skids, aka pallops. Remove the slats, cut them, and painted them purple for the atrium accent wall. The atrium black bench. We removed the front slat, stabilized it with some old piece of plywood that we found, sanded the edges and spray painted the edges black as the seat stabilizer for the bench. We removed a small drawer from the atrium table and upcycled it into a small wall shelf. We cut a drop leaf table, removed the legs, mounted it to the wall, and used the leftover wood to make additional shelf. We took the half circle from the drop leaf table, upcycled it, and put it on the wall art. We spray painted one vase for the pothos plants on her atrium table. She had a random vase around the house. I just grabbed it and spray painted it white. Cut small water bottles in half, removed the labels, nailed them to the accent wall in her atrium to put the propagated plants in for the wall design. Wrapped a body pillow and duct taped it and used it as a lumbar pillow for her chaise lounge in her patio, in the she shed side of her patio. Remove blue covers. We removed the blue covers from the chaise lounge and covered them with some leftover sheer fabric. The curtain wall divider, we assembled it from two different sheer fabrics. One is gray on one side, tan on the other. Spray painted the curtain rods black and used two different end pieces from different curtain rods. So we just did like a mismatch because she had two sets of curtain rods in the garage. And I was like, we're going to use both. Use leftover table base from the atrium table and cut it in half to make a plant stand. Use old crates from outdoors as plant stand levels. Cut up a black dress to cover the ottoman top. Use the pillow from Kim's bed to use as an accent pillow on the chaise lounge. Spray painted the fleur-de-lis lamp and the lamp shade. Spray painted the table legs and the chair legs white at the bottom in the dining room table to give it the Clydesdale effect. Added casters to a leather entertainment center and upcycled as a mini bar. Painted a black runner on the dining room table and the drop leaf mounted table. And we painted the edges of the table, the dining room table that's in the patio. Spray painted all window frames and the awnings and the edges black. Painted all the casing and the wiring mounted on the house, the color of the house. Covered the accent chair with the inexpensive Walmart fabric for $4. We got 2 yards for $4. We did the collective art wall project made from a leftover tabletop rope and bark coated colored pencils. Spray painted we sprayed the inside of 2 of her screen doors magenta. Used leftover stone pavers to build 3 atrium planters. The atrium awning was made from 4 panels of leftover outdoor scrap fabric. Used the TV stand as a plant stand in the atrium. Used the memory foam mattress to make 3 seat cushions. Used the purple body pillow case as the bench cover in the atrium. Used recycled jars for tea light candle holders. Used the pre-cut plexiglass to cover an upcycled tabletop for the atrium. We recycled some wood and cut it to the size of the plexiglass to make a new tabletop. Used the broken clay wood step stool as a plant stand in the atrium. Upcycled 2 hard suitcases for outdoor seating with hairpin legs. Spray painted all outdoor furniture black. Made all outdoor pillows in the atrium from a comforter. We cleaned, sanded, and spray painted the fire pit for the atrium. Used Kim's paint and sip artwork in the atrium and in her she space. Cut drawer fronts. Added additional knobs for coat racks, hats, and utensil hang, but we didn't get to hang those up. We rearranged indoor and outdoor plants that she had like outside, and we used them on the inside according to my design. We used the blue sheet to cover the suitcase cushions in the atrium. And we spray painted the microwave stand black and cleaned the glasses and staged with some barware and things that she had from the house. So those were the 41 things that we did in Kim's 3 spaces.
41?
41.
Felt
41.
like 5. Went by so quick.
I did good, Chris, reading that in 5 minutes.
Couple comments?
Yes, I'd like to hear them.
From Phyllis Smith. Stop, please. Stop with the list.
I'm done. I'm done. No more CashApp reports. I'm done with the list and the flip.
Deera's Way asked for a poll. We do have a poll in the live chat now.
Okay.
We'll get you the results of that at the end.
What's
A couple
the poll
other. It says MVP from Montgomery: hat or folding chair. Monica says good evening.
Good evening.
A lot of comments on the hats, and Joy made T-shirts, I believe, with the hat or the chair. I'm sorry. Let's see. Quincy's dying. Everybody's having a good time. That's right. And hopefully Phyllis is recovered.
Well, tell Phyllis I'm done with the list. I am done. I just wanted to make sure people know how flip go, how we do it. I was supposed to read that last week, but I had no voice, and I would have been done then. But
you still did it.
I did.
You still blessed us with the list.
Yes, I got to stick to the process, and hopefully the list won't ever be that long again. Because, like I said, I won't be doing no 3 spaces, 1 space, 1 space flip. I'm entertaining one now in Jersey. Okay, so listen, I just want to show my 2 quick videos, and then as a recap, so people can see from the flip.
Great.
And then we'll show the 4 photos, and then I'm done. And I'll move on to my DIY. And then we're done, Chris. We're going into our Ask Chris DZ and all that good stuff.
Tight show.
After you show, thank you, sponsorship by, of course, Karen Hunter Show. This flip was definitely, Dr. Kim's flip was sponsored by the Karen Hunter Show, for those of you that are joining us and didn't know that. So let's show the 2 videos first and then the photos. Thank you, Deja. Okay, so what I'm doing now is moving pavers out of my way. We're out here building planters. You see these little squares that we have around here. Eventually we'll have to cement these. We're gonna mix the cement, put them together, and make some planters. But I'm moving them out of my way right now so that Uncle Earl and I can put up these extension rods. We have 3 of them to put up. We're making an awning out of some indoor-outdoor fabric that she already had. It's blue and green, and we're bringing all this color and different patterns in. It's gonna be looking crazy out here. I don't know how I'm bringing it all together, but it's gonna be fly, I can guarantee you that. Because that's all we do is flip shit and make it fly. So I'm going to put this ladder here and kind of show people what I'm about to be doing. Uncle Earl went to get the other ladder. So I have some liquid nails, and I have these extension poles I gotta put together. We're gonna do 3 extension poles. 1 here, Delilah. 1 here in the middle, and maybe 1 here. Can you do me a favor? Can you bring me that fabric you just holding up, that blue? Mm-hmm. I just need to see it for a second so I can measure something. Thank you, ma'am. So that's another Picasso that's here from West Palm Beach area, helping out with the flip. That's what I love about doing frugal flip. That's probably why I'm inspired and motivated. Go, Delilah! Because it's not just me working on these projects. It's a collective of people who don't even know each other. They just kind of come together. They come out on faith. We all trust each other. We've never had any drama, any problem. We ain't worried about nobody stealing shit out of people's house. I tell people, ain't nobody coming to help you work on your house and then steal some shit. We ain't got time for that. They either doing one or the other. They not doing both. So I like that clip. Thank you, Shantae. I know you're watching. Let me check out the next one.
Got me some snickerdoodles from Wawa. I'm gonna hide them because these are not for the public. Not sharing.
All right. Nobody wants your snickerdoodles anyway, Kim. Now.
for me. So what you're looking at are two curtains that Delilah, and I forgot Miss Lady's name. I gotta find out. Yeah, Auntie sewed together, and they're so smart. What she ended up doing, because these already had a panel opening in them, they just sewed the other top curtain on top. Because I was like, sew them together so we could slide the curtain rod through them both. But she only had to sew one on top and ended up just sliding through the one hole. So this is what we're using as a little divider. I just want to make sure it's, yeah, there you go. And now you can't even Delilah, you can't see that panel? Okay. And see how it is on the end?
Yeah.
Girl, that looks nice.
Excuse me, are you looking for a spray paint or a tin paint?
We're looking for a spray paint.
Oh,
and where was that?
It was on the table.
Yeah, they gotta go back out on the table. Oh, okay. That's what I'm talking about. Don't put that back on top. Chris, people was killing me moving shit around. That's why I was all like, put that back. If you ain't lose, put it back where you got it from, so I know where I can put my hands on stuff.
That's hilarious.
All I was like, where you put that from? Put that back. I try to stay organized, and it's funny, like after a day with me, then people get my system. By the next day, people are kind of like, okay, yeah, stay out of B-way, and if she put that shit right there, don't touch it, and if you get it, put it back. They kind of get it. So
love it. Very cool. Looked like a good time. Great shot.
Yeah. So I'm just going to show the before, after, and just 3 quick photos, and then I'm moving on to my DIY. And then that was that atrium, that one space. I'm just showing the one space. This is the before. This is what it looked like. Then the next photo shows my drawing and how I, try to make the final product look like my drawing. And the next photo is voila. There you have it.
Very nice. Great work.
It's so amazing. I just love looking at that. And I'm always amazed at how every time I do a flip, they always look so different. And they're always, according to what the owner wants, but then you can always tell it's like my signature thing. But nothing looks alike. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All those different colors. I didn't know how that shit was going to come together, Chris. I was like, I'm just going to go with my vision.
You made it work.
It worked. And Kim loves it. And she sits out there and has coffee all the time. And she sends me pictures in the morning with her hair wrapped up with her coffee sitting in her atrium. She's feeling it. And that's what I want. I want people to enjoy their spaces. You're supposed to enjoy every room in your home. So if you need to do whatever you got to do, one flip like that will inspire you to make little changes. Even in your bedroom, you might throw some new, throw pillows on a different color or something just to give it a different look. You just always want to feel secure and comfortable at home. I feel like you should. So I'm glad she loves it. It's important. It's very important. So I'm going to show a quick DIY disaster. And then we're jumping into our Ask Chris Deasy, which we don't have. So if anybody wants to throw one in the comments when we
get them ready.
Get them ready. This is my DIY disaster. So when I built this table behind me that my sewing machine, I want people to see, is sitting firmly on now, I had the legs and I made that. I already had that table. And all I did was cut a piece off of it and made a shelf. And that's how I got that shelf where my pictures are.
Mm.
Well, I didn't put the legs on the right way. I just used nails and anything that I had to, try to secure the legs. So I'm going to let people see what I was working with. So this sewing machine came crashing down in the middle of the night and scared the shit out of me. And then broke it out. So the table was just, I thought my machine was broke. That's the first thing I was concerned about. But if you look closely, you can see like these pieces of brackets and just kind of it was glue and all kind of shit. I tried to glue them on and just keep these legs stable. So what I ended up doing, instead of being, I'm frugal, which sometimes translates to cheap, I ended up having to buy the right pieces to do my table right. And it only cost $8. So the next photo shows what I had to order from Amazon. These leg mounting plates that you're supposed to screw the leg into and then brace them. So all those holes that are on that plate is where I made up my own holes and was trying to brace the legs, and it didn't work. So I ended up ordering this. As you see, it's $6. And I didn't use any of those other pieces because I didn't need them. I just needed those squares. And of course I needed the screws, but I have screws. But those center pieces I didn't need because my legs already have those pieces on it. And I took a chance that they would fit because it's like a standard size. And when they came, I was able to screw the legs right into the middle hole and then nail them down. The next photo shows I had to buy some L brackets for the amount of weight. See where it says 35 pounds, 50 kg?
Yep.
And I mounted it to the wall so that my sewing machine can have that extra stability and it won't shake the table when it's vibrating on the table and moving and shit when I'm sewing. So I was like, let me just go ahead and brace this to the wall. So let me just kind of show the project. I was like, I got to quit being lazy. Sometimes I don't want to spend money and I do shit janky, and then that kind of stuff happens and then I have to spend the money. So
it's a lesson.
It is a lesson. So the next photo shows me on the floor taking out all of the old nails and screws and just the different shit I use to try and stabilize the table. So the next photo shows me actually putting, those brackets on and screwing them down and bracing the legs. I measured out the holes and, drew a little circle, and it's really simple to put on to me, but I guess explaining it to people may or may not be, but it was easy to me. You just drill them shits right in. So the next photo shows the tricky part about putting on L brackets because they have to go up against the wall. So the part that I'm using as my faux wall is just the lid off of one of my storage bins. So you have to place something behind it when you're drawing the circles to put the L brackets so that it's firmly up against the wall. So you just put the bracket up against that little piece, which I simulate as the wall, and then draw the circle, like mark where you're going to screw the L brackets in. And a lot of people don't know that. They just try to line it up against like the table, and it don't work like that because actually when you put it up against the wall, it kind of scoots in away. So it's not actually firmly up against the wall. I can't explain it, but you have to do it like this. If you're mounting something up against the wall, you need something that simulates the wall so you can make sure your spaces are even and it will be up against the wall, flush against the wall. The next photo just shows me underneath the table. Now that I have the L brackets mounted to the table, now you see me putting them to the wall. So I don't ever have to worry about this table coming down, and it will definitely support my heavy sewing machine. So yes, that was my little DIY project. I had to spend like $15 on it. And I was like, let me quit being cheap, but it held up for 2 years. So I got my money's worth, Chris. That's
proud of you. It's great work.
Well, look at what time it is, Chris. I just want to say next week we have Kim Whitley coming on as the feature. She's coming on to make sure she does a drive and a push.
Kim Whitley?
Yes, Kim Whitley. It's funny because I talked to Siobhan today about it. She called and asked when I was going to send the login and how to do all that, And I was like, Kim never been on by herself. Sherri's been on here a million times. I was like, Kim need to bring her ass on. So she's doing the video and she's coming on live. So let's keep our fingers crossed and hold her to it.
Big news.
Yeah.
Shawnette is here live and says Guyana is in the house. I'd like to remind everybody we're #1 in Guyana.
Oh, that's what's up. Well, shout out to Up Tuesdaze.
There's the Guyana dance. I love it. Got a bunch of chats.
I have a Irksome Works and how they hold them down.
Okay.
But before I do that, did we get to ask Chris Deasy? Because, I got to get up and do my CashApp dance for Phyllis and Candace Perry
There's a bunch. There's a bunch of Ask Christiezies. Do your dance and get some more Ask Christiezies if you want. There's a poll you can vote on, but do your dance. Do your thing.
Oh, man, I got a lot of love from Kathy Layford, Cheryl Morrow, Devon Henderson, Tina Gibson, Joanne Austin, Michelle Baker, Phyllis Smith, Candace Perry, Laura H., Kathy Layford. Oh, she done jumped up in the $100 club again.
What a great group of people.
And a new person, Debbie Wright Carter. Thank you, Debbie Wright Carter. You know I always recognize new names.
Full name, full government name on a live podcast. That's
I'm giving it. They showing love, and I want people to know who they are. And she definitely donated to the 100th episode. So,
beautiful.
What I got? Oh, they working hard. I'm working hard. I ain't gonna do the Jane. I ain't gonna do the Jane for you, Chris. But I'm gonna work it out.
Throw those dollars at B-Flat, $ B-Flat on Cash App. She dances for you. That's right. You support, she throws it back. That's right. Let her know you love it. Oh, everybody. Solange is having a good time. Fab 540, MM, all kinds of stuff. Monica's in the house. Joy. There it is. Dira's Way. Andy and Deja dancing on the desk here in the studio. You can't see them, but boy, are they going wild. Extended dance off. Look at you.
Mark.
That's for Mark. Yeah, he does. He can balance anything on his head.
Oh, I can't do no shit like that.
Oh, man.
I wish I could. Well, Chris.
Yes.
The Irks and Works came in from me today.
Okay.
I'm irked that my neighbor thinks I'm a snitch.
I definitely saw where this was going.
And his work was to show me photos that he took of the packages that he took off Sandra's porch. And I just happened to walk outside and he had 3 Amazon packages. He's like, oh, I was just about to show you, I took a picture. So you know, these my packages, they delivered them to the wrong. Because he don't want no drama. Remember, I told you he was the one that took the Instacart groceries.
Oh, so he stole your neighbor's Amazon delivery.
No, it was his. But he took a picture on his phone. And I'm thinking, like, why you got to do that? Because they got cameras. He was going to show me. He was going to knock on my door to show me, because Sandra and them went home, that those were his packages, not theirs. He had a camera. And I'm like, why you want to knock on my motherfucking door? Why you on my porch? Like, I'm a tell on you. You think I'm a snitch?
I think maybe you've got a reputation.
I'm not a snitch. I am the neighborhood watch. It's the difference. I told you I ain't nosy. I don't be in your business.
Grown men coming over asking for...
Had the photo. And I just happened to be walking outside to go get the recycling bin. He was coming on the porch. He was right there with the camera, with his phone and the 3 packages. I was going to knock on your door and let you see I took a picture because my packages got delivered. I was like, I don't even want to say his name, but I was like, you ain't got to do all that. I was like, they got cameras on their porch. They can see your ass.
This is B's block. This is B's block.
I was so aggravated. I came out. I was like, damn. He think I'm the neighborhood snitch. He was going to straight up knock on my door and be like, here's the photo.
Oh, man. Well.
But you know what? I respect this game. I was like, you know what? I'm mad at him. Because he don't want no drama. Because I told you when Tony was down there banging on his door, like, give us our groceries back, he didn't answer.
He's in there with half their food in his mouth.
He didn't answer. So shit, he was like, I don't want no drama with him, so I better take a picture and let you know they're my packages, not theirs. I was like, you good?
Not on B's block. That's right.
But I'm glad I walked out there, because if he knocked on my door with that shit, I would have went off on his ass. But he knocked on my motherfucking door, show me no pictures that you took so you won't get cussed out.
Treating you like
on you.
Like he showed up. You're the BSA. You got to check all his baggage.
Yeah, but I just was so irked by that. I was like, they got cameras. They
quite strange.
Off their porch. You ain't got to take no picture.
Yeah.
So that was my irk.
And you worked it.
Yeah. So I guess he has, I don't even know if that's like respect for me or just out of, I guess he don't want no drama.
You're the alpha.
Yeah, I'm home. I see everything. I don't miss shit. And they live right next to me. We like this. So
yeah.
That's why he was going to be like, Miss Bev, these are my packages. What you going to say? What would you going to say when I answer the door? These are my packages, Miss Bev. And I just want you to see on my phone has my address. And I'll just say, get your ass.
Neighborhood watch people have we don't call the police, and then it's a picture of you with the mohawk like pointing at them underneath it. That's right.
Oh. Well, I just kind of thought it was funny, and at the same time I was irked, like, you think I'm a snitch. So
yeah, that's a tough one. Hey.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Do we have an Ask Chris Deasy?
There's a bunch. We'll just do a power one. Fab 540, have you ever used Vaseline for ash?
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's lotion as a kid, maybe something. But I remember people using Vaseline more as a young child. I didn't see it growing up. No. We got more. Lily, Chris, you're a thick, sexy man. That's not a question, Lily.
That definitely is not a question.
Dearest Way. I appreciate it, though. Dearest Way. Chris, how many times do you help your friends move for free? Because we don't do that over here. Good point. Because at a certain age, you need to tell them this. You need to save up for movers because, man, and people do it their whole lives too. It was the worst when my brother lived with me, because then it was like, oh, the Denman brothers, we'll have them come over, and we were in college at the time, so people are moving every year.
I figure I figure you should help people move, because that saves them money on moving expenses.
That's the best thing you can spend $1 on is a moving company. Having your friend come over and rip their back out of place.
Well, Chris, if the motherfucker move every year, that's different from a person that's probably like you. When you help somebody move, you might be helping them move maybe like once every 5 or 10 years.
I have a friend, and I said I would do it. I helped him move 4 different times.
That's what I'm talking about. Now that's ridiculous, because I don't know if they keep getting put out, evicted, or just.
It was just how it worked out, and I couldn't say no. Yeah.
If they keep getting good ass jobs and have to move, then normally the job will pay for them to move. But most people normally they get people together to help them move, unless a moving company, like your company is moving you to another state, and you still need people to help you back. I just look at it as you helping them save money, and It's like your last time you're gonna see them, so you can make like a nice thing, like if they're moving far or whatever, or just moving. Period. Yeah. They're moving out of your jurisdiction in terms of where you can access them or whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like it's something that you do all the time. I would help somebody move. I wouldn't charge them, because obviously they needed help if they asked.
Yeah.
But if they had money to pay the company, they would get a moving company.
I'm over it at this point, but I've helped so many people move. Yeah.
All you gotta do is say no.
That's true, and I will.
There you have it, and then you will have that person.
Yeah. I won't even give you a reason. No.
I got a good how they hold them down story that came in.
I'm listening.
It says, it came in for all the people that held the brother down in the brawl in Alabama.
There's a poll right now. We're about to end it.
Chris.
It's really close.
All I know is, why can't that never happen to me? All the places that I go, I'd be waiting for shit like that to jump off. It don't have to. I don't give a fuck what color they are. It could be anything on the plane. I feel like anything where you acting ignorant is going to jeopardize my life on the plane. You could get it. That's why I hate when I get home and as soon as I land, they be like, so and so and such plane had to. But like, why the fuck that didn't happen on my flight? Because I already said I would be the first to go to jail, Chris. I know me. Because first of all, that man needed help. He need self-defense. It's a fair fight. This is how I look at it. It was a fair fight. If them people would have bombed
one-on-one, and then they jumped him. Yeah.
If they would have came out to break up the fight, that's different. But
that's not the same thing.
He was whooping his ass, then they gonna come out and jump on him. That's not fair. So he needed help, and I would have jumped in the water and swam. I know me. If I wasn't close, I know. I told him. I was like, God damn! I wish that was me, because Chris, I'd have been stroking him. I'd have been Jesus. I'd have walked on water.
I want to make fun of you.
And got the fuck over there, and it would have been on like neck bone. I said, Janine thinks she got her ass beat on Nelson Street when I had that fight October 3rd, 2006 at 7:31 p.m.
That was the last fight you got into?
The last fight I had, and it was the best fight ever. I ain't seen no good shit like that since Ryan Artest. Every now and then, you need a good ass whooping.
Yeah.
Wasn't no gunshots. It was a brawl. And brawls happen. So now somebody learned a lesson. You can't just be jumping on motherfuckers. This ain't 1963. Blocking the fucking river, waterway, won't let motherfuckers. And then you gonna come jump on the man doing his job. I'm glad they got out to help the brother. They need to interview the lady that did the commentary. They need to have her on CNN.
I'll be honest. That
Day show. She rallied everybody. She was like, help that brother. Help that brother. Somebody help that. Get that brother. Oh, the hat he took his. Oh, she had the whole commentary.
I'm a fan of how that went down. I'll say this: it was daylight, and like there are so many instances. Like you've been around a bunch of stuff like that. I've been around a bunch of stuff like that. That is the kindest outcome that could have possibly. And no guns. I'm even just fighting. Go to any college town in America on a Saturday night. There's going to be something stupid happening. People get their faces kicked in. People get their teeth knocked out. Like that was nothing.
That was unnecessary.
But it was good. It was a nice lesson that got taught. But yeah.
And I'm glad that they came to that man's rescue because they was stomping him, kicking him, and all kind of shit. And I was like, Chris, I wish I was there. I swear to God.
Oh, the group fight thing when people have. I don't want to get into a whole thing here because I'll go off on a whole storytelling tangent. But yeah, the group fight thing, you obviously you have no idea who you're messing with, and you have no idea how much damage you could do. One of you kicks somebody in the head and they hit the concrete, and you're still kicking them. Like, what are you doing? So yeah, I was happy to see that outcome. And I'll say this: I wanted to make fun of you for being like, I wanted to be in it, but there are a few things. I stopped getting into fights, I don't know, a while ago. But at least one crazy thing I was involved in, I think I was like 28, 27 or something. And I searched online to see if somebody posted a video because there's a huge crowd. And I was like, I hope somebody got that on video. because it was a similar situation. Some people were out of line. Some stuff got handled, and I was so upset. Nobody posted it, and it was just the most beautiful thing.
See, that'll happen to me on the plane. Now I fuck somebody up and then don't nobody record
it. Nice 1-2, and nobody sees it.
Like, excuse me, wait a minute. Did y'all just miss this great ass fight? Can somebody please get the phone out?
Yep.
Because I got to do this again.
Oh man.
The craziest shit I saw on the plane was when that lady jumped when we on my way to Saba, Puerto Rico, and the lady was stuffing the bag in there. Chris, I told you, and the bag fell out and fell on the baby, and that lady got up and just started whooping ass. She was fucking up the lady and her husband.
Yeah,
they put all the ass off the plane. But I was like, damn, Ooh, ooh, ooh. It was so funny because I kept saying, everybody was looking at her like, that bag is not going to fit in the overhead. And if you keep, and that shit came crashing down on the lady sitting there with her baby. The baby was screaming. She put that baby to the side. She got up and started fucking them up. Speaking Spanish. I don't know what she was saying, but she was fucking them up, and I was laughing. I was like, oh, this is the best. This is the best. I love shit like that. You'd be like, damn. That's life. That's real life. They ain't know they was going to catch it like that. But they were being so rude, and I just knew everybody was looking like something's bound to happen. And it did. And they were just not paying attention. And that shit fell on that baby, man. That's, like you said, Chris, things got handled.
Yep. B, we've got an update before we get out of here.
I'm sure I want flyer, and then we good to go.
I don't know how this happens. The MVP for Montgomery, 50% says hat, 49% says folding chair. That's your winner.
The hat was serious, Chris.
There it is.
When you take your hat off and throw your shit down, you like, oh, hell, it's all. That's like next is I got to take off my watch or whatever else I got on that's going to prohibit me from fucking you up.
Yep.
So that's why he took off that little hat.
Quick thank you to Supper Fan.
Oh, nice. 18, is that 1840? What is
1884. It's Uncle Nearest. It's whiskey out of Tennessee. There's a whole story you all should look up. Uncle Nearest's relatives talking about the relationship with Jack Daniels and all that good stuff. But no, shout out to Supper Fan. Sent me in a box. That's just part of it. There were so many nice things. Tea, everything else. Just a quick shout out. I'm not as good as B at all the lists and shout outs, but thank you. That was very kind and it's appreciated and it'll be enjoyed. So a nice note, all kinds of great stuff. So wonderful.
And I like how she used the shoebox and upcycled and recycling.
That's a Picasso move.
That's a Picasso move, Chris. I'm doing it. And that lets me know people are paying attention to using the things that they already have. So shout out to your girl, Cheryl Paulette. That's who sent it to you.
Beautiful.
That's a Supper Fan. And I'm going to show my one flyer, Chris, and we closing out.
Let's see it. What do you got? You want me to read it or are you going to read it?
You can read it because I can barely see it. It's always blurry on my screen. But I know it's at the Stress Factory, and it's going to be a long-ass show.
It's no fewer than 347 performers. Make It Happen Productions, making it happen on August 27th. That's right. You see B-Phlat along several other funny comedians Sunday night live at Vinnie Brand's Stress Factory Comedy Club. Doors at 5:30, showtime at 7. And here we go. Talent, B-Phlat, Faceman, Ty Breakout, Brooklyn, Mike Troy, DJ Jess, and Tommy Too Smooth. StressFactory.com, 732-545-4242, 90 Church Street, New Brunswick, New Jersey. That's just you just pop out of New York City. That's not far out of New York City, is it?
Not far. It's like maybe 40-minute drive. Jump on the train, it's like 20 minutes. And then for me, it's like an hour and 10 minutes driving. And then on the train, it's like 40 minutes on the train.
Beautiful.
So, yeah.
We'll go see B. What a show. Look at you. Tight show. Great work here in the studio by Andy and Deja dancing for most of the show. They haven't stopped.
We are getting our banners together with all our logos on it. And I just decided I have to order just a table banner because they all can't fit on our feather banner. And they can't even print all the ones that I want on. So I'm just doing a nice banner with all logos and just found out we just got another sponsor. Fresh water.
I love it.
Yeah.
Great work.
Yeah. I'm like, yes, we need those waters. Please donate them and send the logo. So shout out to Freshwater. New sponsor on board. Picasso's are going to be doing it, Chris. And all that you're doing and helping us pull together is amazing. So this experience, now I'm looking at it, it's more than a kickback. It's becoming an experience.
I believe it. That's right.
Yeah.
And just to clarify, because I was very thankful, the Supper Fan thing is a joke. And we all laughed about it, and she laughed at it. She made the sign by accident when she went to go. No, I know, there's a few people in the chat. I just wanted to correct. I just want to make sure people understood. I know, and we're all having fun with it. So wonderful time. B, anything else before we get out of here?
No, Chris. Other than, I always love this show. I love that everybody tunes in and is here with me every week that I can make it. And I'm sorry I got my house. It was one of them days, but I did take a shower. But I'm ghetto. I took a shower and put this right back on. I was like, I've been working so hard.
Keep it up.
To pull this together because I'm doing this for us. I'm doing it for Tighten Up Tuesday, and I'm just ready for Picasso 100 to take place in St. Louis. And I'm just so grateful and thankful to everybody that's helping us get there.
Love it. Great job, B.
Looking forward to next week. Chris will be 3 weeks away next Tuesday.
So close.
3 weeks will be there invading your space, Chris, getting on your nerve. Just so.
Oh, boy. Everybody be sure to tune in next week. Thanks to B. Thanks to everybody for tuning in. It's Tighten Up Tuesday.
Yes.
We'll see you next week.
Love you. See you next week. Oh. Check it out.